Hi everyone, welcome to Rightlander Q&A. This is the first of a new format where we will be speaking with industry experts, getting their take on affiliate compliance and all things affiliate marketing. So today we're joined by the lovely Lee Ann Johnstone, founder of Affiliate Insider. Hi Lee Ann, how are you?
Hi guys, I'm very well. Thanks very much for having me on the show today.
It's great to have you. So Lee Ann, tell us about Affiliate Insider and your recently launched affiliate marketing mixer. What's that all about and how did it come about?
Thanks. So Affiliate Insider, we've sort of established ourselves as a content hub for, affiliates, affiliate managers, and pretty much anybody that works in that ecosystem. And what we cover is a lot of kind of digital insight, opinion pieces, and just a little bit of the news that's happening in our industry, just to help people to keep up to speed with what's happening in our very fast changing marketplace, as you know. But we're also actually an affiliate marketing agency. So we do work with a lot of iGaming clients and also non-gaming clients to help them promote and build their affiliate programs. And then I also do a lot of business training and coaching with affiliate managers to just help them to be the best version of affiliate manager that they can be. So, helping them with sales, with the day-to-day management of their program, coming up with strategies. So those are the three main prongs that we have that's associated to Affiliate Insider. But one of the things that kind of struck me when we hit COVID-19 is that we need to be working more as a community. We've got a lot of platforms and places where people can go to listen to what other people are saying in an audience-based environment, but we don't really have a lot of spaces and opportunities to actually connect as a community. And obviously with events not taking place, the physical events, which we are heavily reliant on in our industry, it was very important to me that we were maximizing people's time because there's a lot of virtual and digital events that are taking place, which are covering the learning part, the disruption part, and helping people to pivot their businesses in terms of where they focus their strategy. But there wasn't really a lot of the kind of networking side happening, which is obviously pivotal for, new people coming into the industry to build their network, and obviously affiliates and affiliate managers to kind of have those informal discussions. So we decided to hold the digital marketing mixer, which is really, it started out being available for affiliates and affiliate managers to just come together to connect, to have real conversations and just have a little bit of fun while we were in lockdown. But it's kind of mushroomed into something a little bit more than what we maybe originally intended it to be, which is a great thing because we're obviously led by the people that join us. And now we've actually launched our own digital and affiliate marketing mixer community on a platform called Eugenie, which is a specific community app, which basically allows people to connect with goods, offers, services, and people in the affiliate space. So that launched roughly 2 weeks ago on the back of the two first mixes that we did in collaboration with GPWA, AGD, Casino Meister. PokerStars came on board with one of the events that we hold as well. And really just getting people together and talking, because I think talking is the first start to doing good business. And so bringing people together in one place where they can connect on a personal level is incredibly important. So that was the sort of thought process behind doing those mixes during lockdown, and we are still doing them. So we're running them once a quarter now. The next one's going to be in August, and we've added an element of learning to those too. So you come to the mixer, you have a little bit of fun. There's a couple of icebreakers. I call it my speed dating event because we kind of throw a whole bunch of people into a room and say, okay, here's a topic, go and discuss. And that just helps them to kind of communicate, because I think we're not used to going to virtual events. Like, you're used to having a real life conversation with someone. So when you're doing it, in a two-dimensional format where you can only hear and see and not touch and feel, it becomes quite, people get a little bit kind of distance and they don't really know how to communicate and connect. So we kind of facilitate that. But now we've also brought in experts to do masterclasses, to just really touch on the hot topics that people are talking about. So in the community, we've had masterclass on content management and making the most of content and how to actually engage customers online with very little budget, because everybody's budget is stretched, and just talking about topical things. And I think the one in August is going to be covering SEO on a very deep level in terms of the new algorithm update that's going to be happening. So it's really just about bringing people together, having a little bit of learning, but not taking up too much of your time, because we're all time strapped as well as budget strapped at the moment, and just getting people connected and talking.
Yeah. Awesome.
That sounds really good. And, good on you for trying to pivot in this situation where we've got this pandemic going on right now and face-to-face meetings are just not possible. And we need to find a different way of communicating and doing business. And you really seem to have at least grabbed the bull by the horns and trying to do something with that. So well done.
Thanks.
you know, Rightlander obviously is a compliance business, and that is really the core, or affiliate compliance is a core element of what we do. I'm intrigued to know what does compliance, or how does compliance sit within your training and the programs that you run?
So compliance is a very big part of affiliate management right now, especially if you're working in regulated markets. And what I find, a lot of the kind of new entrants into the marketplace, they know that they're kind of really good at doing the administration side of of affiliate management, in terms of the campaign management, the commercial conversations, but sometimes they're not really up to speed with what compliance actually means and how it needs to be implemented into their program. So a lot of the practical stuff that we do in our training sessions is based around their day-to-day. So, you know, we'll talk about what's happening in the market, if that is a market that they're focused in. What I find, a lot of the bigger companies obviously have legal teams that support their affiliate teams, but the smaller companies don't. So the onus is on the affiliate manager to actually go seek out that information, understand what that information actually means, and then they have to physically execute it into their program. So it becomes almost like a full-time job. And this is really where I see tools like Rightlander have really stepped up and helped to, you know, enable affiliate managers to get, you know, information quickly, to react and respond a little bit quicker. Because, you know, when you're working with programs that have thousands of affiliates, how do you keep an eagle eye on everything? You can't. You need to have systems and technologies in place to actually help with that. So we kind of help on the educational side in terms of saying, you know, here is what we would recommend. So, you know, KYC your affiliates, don't just approve them into the program. Make sure that they're, you know, actively promoting you and what pages they're promoting you on, and really just helping affiliate managers to understand the key steps that they need to take in order to onboard affiliates, and then to ensure that those affiliates are following the rules and regulations of whatever region they're advertising in. Very rarely do I have to go over like the, you know, code of the ASA guides or the CAP codes or any of those things, because most affiliate managers are up to speed with that. It really does depend on where they're working, you know, how deep their knowledge base has to be. But ultimately, it's an ongoing and ever-changing part of their job. And so keeping them abreast of all of these things becomes quite difficult. So we do cover a lot of regulation stories on Affiliate Insider to kind of help affiliate managers to keep abreast with what's happening. For example, last week, the Ukraine just, you know, regulated. I don't know how many companies are going to go in there, but, you know, obviously there's systems and processes that need to be put in place to enable affiliates that have traffic in those spaces to then follow whatever the rules and guidelines are going to be. So I think it's an ongoing thing. It's not something that we can just train once and then say, okay, you're done now, you're kind of regulated. You need to have tools in place in your business that will be able to help you to actually keep abreast of these changes.
Yeah. So when it comes to affiliate managers, how do you think this is going? Do you think they're really taking compliance into their role, or is there a long way to go for them to actually start embedding this process?
No, I think from my perspective, most of the affiliate managers that I speak to are kind of entry to mid-level type you know, affiliate managers, and they are, if they work in a bigger company, they're very well versed in terms of what the compliance issues are. If they're working in a smaller company, they know that this is a very important part of their role, and so they're actively seeking out this information. Whether they actually get it and where they get it from, you know, that's always the source. The source needs to be a good place, but I do feel that the industry as a whole is taking this incredibly seriously. You know, we're all working together to try and make positive change. And it's not how it was even 3 years ago, if I'm honest. If I think about the people that I've trained over the last 3 years since I started the business, much more savvy in terms of what the requirements are, how they need to be acting, versus even 3 years ago. So I think as an industry, we're really making strides to make sure that we are, you know, fulfilling compliance and regulation gaps, knowledge gaps in our teams as much as possible, which I think is a good thing to see. And it shows a sign of the industry maturing. You know, other industries have done this already. You know, you've got the IOB Council, Affiliate Council, you've got all of these other bodies that are, you know, regulating other channels. You know, in the finance sector, they do this as well. So it's getting to a point now where I think we're maturing, and this is becoming a very important part of everyday life as an affiliate manager.